You already know. This is BLOKK Live. Subscribe to the channel now if you haven't. Salute to everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. And you know how we do it on the block. Everybody's welcome on the block. All you got to do is just subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bells on so you're updated when we drop new content. Nikki, Sister Pun Rodriguez, she's clearing some of the air with some of the controversial statements that she made on her first interview. So I'm just covering it a little bit just to let people know what's going on and how y'all think about the situation with Fat Joe, and if he was playing Big Pun by not coming to the Big Pun Plaza unveiling and him letting other people and feeling in the way of him showing up. How do y'all feel about that? So a lot of y'all have been telling me what y'all think. Leave y'all comments. Let me know. You already know. You can leave your comments on YouTube. And everybody that's streaming with live on Facebook right now, you can leave your comments there. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. With no further ado, I'm to Nikki and let her tell her story because ain't nobody could tell it better than her.
Everybody, this is Nikki Rodriguez, Sister Pun. I'm actually making this video I would like first to say, out of fairness to anyone in a situation where, there's videos going back and forth and there's arguments going back and forth with, feelings. Before you guys comment, please read and listen to everything, all the sources that are provided to you before you comment, because most of the questions people ask are, for example, already covered in the videos. So, it's just a recommendation that, before you make decision, conclusion, or, whatever it is, out of fairness, listen to everything first. Because again, what you're left asking it's actually already covered. So that's one thing. Another thing I wanted to mention to everybody, and I wanted to just make clear my own.
I've never felt so close to the possibility of disclosure.
I have no communication with Joe at the end of the day. I am not being from Joe or Joe's camp or anyone for me to want to find the answer to my brother's death. I'm actually doing this because he's my brother, and it's been bothering my family for 20 years. And this is something that didn't just start. Because I know, some people want to know, after 20 years, why now? This been going on for 20 years. It's coming out to you all, but this actually has been going on for 20 years. I've actually been, as I mentioned in the videos, I've been going back and forth with Liza for 20 years since the beginning regarding my brother's death. And the reason, can she take a lie detector test? Now, as a reminder, when my brother died, I was much younger then. I wasn't, as vocal as I am now, and as confident as I am now. I was much more quiet back then, and I held a lot of things in. But it's a different story now because I'm a grown woman. I'm an educated woman. So again, Joe's not helping me with anything. I have no contact with Joe to confirm. The only contact I ever had with Joe, my brother passed away, was I think maybe 3 occasions that I recall. And this is the last was 2012. I saw him at my cousin's funeral in the Bronx, my cousin Gailey, who passed away. And he showed respect and came to the funeral. So that was good. Actually, Liza didn't show up, but Joe came to the funeral. So I saw him then, and it was just a hi-bye, just like I mentioned before, and that's it. And prior to that, I saw him at the club in 2010, which is the video I mentioned that Cuban was upset with me about, that I put on YouTube. And then there was one time before that, which I think was like 2002, 4. It was around the time my cousin Booby was boxing. But other than that, I maybe seen Joe 3, 4 the most. but I have no communication. We're not talking. We're not having dinners together. It's nothing like that. You know what I mean? When I saw him, he showed love and respect. So let's get that clear. I'm not getting anything. Now, what I really, really want to make clear is that I don't need anything. That's the wonderful thing. Just like my brother predicted in the beginning that I will be something I own, I actually did become someone on my own. I am very educated. I'm actually working on my 3rd degree. I will have another master's next year, and I actually will be a doctor in 2024. So, and this is all on my own without a loan. And just like my brother predicted, I bought my own home without a loan. So I don't need anything. And in actuality, it's the opposite for me. For many, many years, because out of my heart, I give a lot from my own pocket to a lot of people in need. I have a lot of people who can vouch for that. Trust me, a lot of people can vouch for that. I'm constantly giving. I'm like an open charity, whatever you want to call it. But I'm constantly giving to people that I don't know. People experiencing hardship, single mothers, people just struggling. I'm always giving because, again, as I mentioned in my video before, I have a very big giving heart, and my brother was the same way, okay? And he wasn't perfect. He wasn't perfect, okay, at all. My brother was not perfect at all. But one thing I like to say, as imperfect as he was, okay, how wrong he was for putting his hands on Liza, okay, during their marriage, does not give a pass, does not make it okay for you to decide to take the person's life. That's why there's a court system. That's why there's a judge. That's why there are police. That's why there's a jury. It's not okay. It's not, okay, I'm tired of this person. I'm tired of bathing them. I'm tired of taking care of them. And, I just want to get rid of them already. That's not right. That's not right. That's not what you do it. Get a divorce. Get a caretaker. There's so many different things you could do. I take care of my mother here. You know what I mean? That's like saying, you too much stress. I can't take it no more. When something happens, just go already. No, that's not right. That's not right. The point is, it never was to a point where he killed her. It was nothing like that. They had a domestic violence relationship, and that is very unhealthy and is not acceptable at all. But at the same time, it does not give a pass for someone to say, I'm going to take your life. I'm not going to save you. I'm not going to clear your airway so that you can breathe. Okay? For example, when he had the drool all in his mouth and she didn't want to give CPR, there's no excuse why you couldn't remove all that fluid, because you can't do CPR if your mouth is full of fluid. Okay? I'm a former EMT as well. You have to clear the airway. So she failed to clear the airway, and that is the issue. She failed to clear his airway that could have saved them because she did not want to put her mouth on his mouth. Okay? So again, no one's paying me anything from anywhere. I'm actually doing my interviews for free because my mission is not to get money, because I don't need money. I got money. I give money. My issue is I want to finally get an answer. This is not coming out of the blue out of 20 years. This has been going on for 20 years internally, not to you all. It is now being shared with you all because out of 20 years, constant avoidance of doing the lie detector test, I find me at a point now, like, I need to pursue this harder. And what am I going to do? Try to get support from people. Try to share this, what's going on with everyone. So, that's the reason for all this. But this has been going on, everyone. It didn't just come out of the blue. So I just wanted to get those things clarified, okay? And I do appreciate everyone who's been supporting. Thank you so much. And again, out of fairness, always read from the source before you start making assumptions and making, different different things. I'm just a person, honestly. I don't get affected by people's words or anything like that. I don't. I have a very positive mindset, so it doesn't affect me in any way. It's really for you as a lesson, just always read.
Yeah, man. It's a deep situation. Some people saying that she was getting paid. There's different things, you know what I'm saying? That being her brother, though, we've lost so many people out here in these streets that we can kind of, relate to how she feel in a lot of situations. But my take, like I said, on Fat Joe's part, you know what I'm saying? I think that regardless of anything, he could have stepped up and showed up, and it has showed that he was the bigger man. And I think that that have meant a lot in the memory of Big Pun. If you say you love him the way you love him, and that's your twin, the way you say that's your twin. So me personally, to everybody's their own opinion. You know what I mean? That's why I say y'all leave y'all comments, whatever y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, though. Make sure y'all subscribe to BLOKK on YouTube, to all of watching us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube, because that's where all of the content will be dropped at. There will be just snippets on Facebook and Instagram. So I want my people updated with these interviews, because I'm working on an interview with Nicky, Sister Pun Rodriguez. So I'm gonna let y'all know what the updates is on that situation this week. So if it's a go and she says yes, I'm gonna let y'all know, and I'm gonna be streaming that live. But I'm most definitely gonna be streaming that on YouTube. So make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, BLOKK on YouTube, and turn the notification bells on so you're notified.